The third of the local government challenges is being hosted by Northampton Borough Council. Northampton is a growing town with ambitions to be the market city of the future. Traditionally, the town was the epicentre of the shoemaking industry. But now, after massive investment, the town is facing an expansion and is likely to attract almost 100,000 new residents over the next few years. By day, Northampton is a busy retail centre. But by night, it's a booming hotspot, attracting around 20,000 young people to its bars and clubs. Like many urban centres in the UK, it has its fair share of problems fuelled by alcohol and late-night revelry. And Northampton Borough Council want to transform the town's image. The task for the local government challenge contestants is for them to experience a Friday night in Northampton for themselves and to come up with an innovative plan that will make the town the #1 after-dark destination of choice for everyone, including families and theatre-goers. We caught up with Northampton Borough Council's Chief Executive David Kennedy to find out what Northampton's nighttime economy has to offer.
We have a very vibrant nighttime economy, but it tends to be a bit of a monoculture. It's very much dominated by vertical drinking establishments and by establishments that cater for the sort of 20 to 25-year-old market. We have an excellent theatre and we have some very good restaurants, but that part of the nighttime economy is underdeveloped, and there's a need to think about how the town centre can be made more attractive to a wider range of people, and particularly older people maybe with a little bit more disposable income, and also people who have families and want to come in for wider entertainment than just drinking. We've asked them to come up with a strategy. We've asked them to say to us what are the things that we could be doing that we're not doing at the moment. What I don't want to see is a list of projects. What I want to see is some sense of purpose and how we would test different ideas to make sure that they're going to be consistent and they're going to produce an end result. If all we get from the teams is a shopping list of ideas, then that isn't a strategy. All that is a set of ideas. What I want to see is some sense of a thread running through it that's going to work together for the benefit of the town centre.
Part of the challenge seeks to test the contestants' team-working skills. So for this task, some of the contestants have swapped teams to see how well they can cope in a new group environment.
We've got a couple of great new members in Rosalind and Michelle, so we're very happy with that. It's a shame to lose Von, and a shame that Nahid's not here today, unfortunately, but we'll still make the very best of it, and I think our team will be just as strong.
I think my skills, personally, work well with Roz's skills in a team. I think they picked up on that in the last challenge. Probably one of the reasons why they divided us, really, to make it a bit harder for us. So, I do miss Roz. I think our skills were complementary, but, that's the way it goes.
The team leader on the Red Stripes for this challenge is Von Idomi, a media and public relations manager from Barking and Dagenham Council.
As a captain, I could bring some leadership, keep people focused, bring some marketing skills, and end of lunchtime tomorrow, be victorious.
And captaining the Anarchic Stars is Anthony Walker, a corporate policy and performance assistant for Birmingham City Council.
I like to hope as a captain I'll be bringing a certain amount of organisation, keeping things on track, mediating in things, and making sure that we come up with a real good argument in order to present to the judges tomorrow.
The first part of the challenge is for the teams to do some research and go out and talk to the people of Northampton. On the Red Stripes, David and Jessica head to the Royal and Derngate Theatre, which reopened in 2006 as part of a multi-million-pound project. But will their research offer an insight into the cultural habits of Northampton's residents?
I keep a lookout on the Derngate website, so when anything happens, but I think, Frank, you quite
well,
often...
it's, yes, the group itself and also venues like this, you look at their websites.
Meanwhile, Anthony and Rachel from the Anarchic Stars are talking to the people on the street to find out what they think about Northampton at night.
Yeah, Northampton's gone downhill a lot. The nightlife's just not the same as it was at all.
What's the nightlife you want? What do you like to do on a night out?
Nice bars and things that you don't have to queue for hours to get into, and that aren't just full of teenagers, basically. Somewhere that's nicer and a bit classier, yeah.
The brief I have for you is quite simple. We'll meet in the Fish Street offices at 10 o'clock. There you'll be kitted out with stab vests. You must wear those at all times. If you've got a big, heavy or big overcoat or something like that to put over the top of it, would be useful. But basically that is for your protection.
It's 10 p.m. and some of the remaining contestants must don themselves in protective clothing. and patrol the streets with the local police and see at first hand what a typical Friday night might consist of for the emergency services. The anarchic stars are confronted with their first casualty.
These things happen, don't they? But it's almost worse that we're not surprised, if you see what I mean. That it's actually become sort of commonplace that this sort of, and he's being sick now, that this sort of stuff happens, and we just see it. It's because we just see it all the time. That it's awful, but am I shocked? I don't know really.
The team also encounter Northampton's street pastors, who are a group of volunteers who patrol the area at night to help people in practical ways.
We've got a whole bag of bits in there, baby wipes, first aid, a bit of a first aid kit, blankets, flip-flops, lollipops to calm them down.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Because sometimes it's better for us to get involved rather than play.
Yeah.
Not fighting, but just talking. Really.
Yeah.
But are the team making the most of their time out on the beat with the police?
So we're in the Market Square and it's like not very busy. So would you say this is a walkway or throughway? Like if we had some kind of entertainment, would people appreciate it, or is it?
It needs to become a destination venue. They're asking some interesting questions. They've come out with some interesting ideas and some novel ideas which I haven't quite heard of. Some of them we have and we tried and which haven't succeeded. But the fact that they're thinking about that as well is quite good.
Meanwhile, the Red Stripes have made a few observations of their own about what is and isn't happening on the streets of Northampton.
Just look at it. It's after midnight and it's absolutely empty. You can hardly hear anything in Northampton. We've gone through such a busy area. One of the things that we're hearing is that the people that go to the theatre have got nowhere to go. They don't feel safe anywhere. Could this not be it? You know, could this not be the place? Definitely got potential, I think.
But are they keeping to the brief of the challenge?
The only thing that I would be concerned about with them is that I think they're tending to go down some solutions already. I think they need to broaden their horizons. They've got to think really creatively. The danger is that a lot of the things that they're thinking of at the moment, a lot of the ideas they're tossing around are things that will already have been thought about and already done. So if they're really going to crack this challenge, they've got to think outside of anything that the people here have already thought about.
It's the end of the night, but how do the people at Northampton Borough Council think the challenge is going so far?
I think it's gone really well. The contestants had lots of opportunity to come out and meet with key stakeholders in the town, but also they've been out now for 4 hours, so I think they've got a real taste of what we currently offer in the town.